guys. Happy Monday. So I'm just gonna really quickly walk you through what you're gonna do today. Um, and then you can get to work. So the first thing that you're gonna do is the starter. And on Mondays we do mentor sentences. So we look at sentences and kind of break them down, and we look at the grammar. And the goal of doing this is that they start off easy, but they get more and more difficult. And hopefully, as you start to see the patterns in sentences, you will feel more confident to use different kinds of sentences, different patterns in your own writing. So, like I said, they start off pretty simple. This week is going to be pretty simple. Last week was super simple. It was only the two words, but they are going to get more complicated. So, you will need to answer these questions in Kidim. And it looks like a lot of questions, but they're all really short. So I'm going to show you the mentor sentence. So the mentor sentence this week is "My sweat smells like peanut butter." And it is from the book Jeremy Fink and the Meaning of Life by Wendy Mass. What you'll do for number one is you just are going to type it in just like that. Then for number two, you're going to write down two things that you notice about this sentence. So it could be anything, but two things that you notice. And then on Kidim, I've made it multiple choice, but what you're doing is picking the subject and the predicate. Remember that the subject is who or what is doing or being something in the sentence, and the predicate is the verb. So what to know, and you should copy these things into the number 4 box on Kidim to prove to me that you watched the video. This is a complete sentence because it has a subject and a verb. It is also a simile because it compares to unlike things using like or as. So the pattern it follows is that it has a subject, a verb, and then it has like, and then it's going to be another thing. So I wrote one, my dog runs. So my dog is the subject, runs is the verb, and then like is about to show the comparison. Her tail is lit on fire. 5 and 6, you're going to write two sentences of your own that follow this pattern. So you're going to write two similes that follow this general structure. You can go ahead and pause me and go back and do your bell work, and you can also I lost my train of thought. You can go back and watch this again if you need to. All right, so in class, we ran out of time on Friday, and I extended writing the ending to the elevator. If you did finish, then you kind of have an easy day. A lot of you didn't finish, so I'm assuming that you all need some more time as well. But I want you to finish your ending to the elevator in teams. Remember that how you get to teams is you're going to go to Blackman Middle School's website. You're going to go Students, Office 365. You're going to hit the waffle at the top. Come on. Slow. And you're going to hit Teams. A lot of you emailed me saying that your Teams wasn't working, or it was saying that you didn't have assignments. You know, it's possible that it wasn't working, but the first time that you open it, it always really, it just takes a while. And it does this even in class. Every year I go through it. And it's not every single time you open it, it's the first time. So if you opened it last week, then this week it should be better. Remember that you'll go to the assignments tab. And you should see the ending to the elevator. You should have done the tone activity as well, but you're going to do the ending to the elevator. And it's actually not due yesterday. It'll be due at the end of the day on Monday. So I can see who's viewed the assignment and I can see who's turned it in. So some of you turned it in, but most of you have not turned it in. Okay? Some of you have. In class, they are working in teams as well. So some of them have viewed it and not turned it in yet. Make sure that you are at least attempting to turn in your work on Teams, because we are going to shift to mostly using Teams soon. All of your stuff will still be posted in Kiddom, but Teams is really where you're going to turn more stuff in. I also think that this week we'll still do our starters in Kiddom, but pretty soon we're going to even switch to doing our starters in Teams. It just is easier for me. All right, so finish your story in Teams and turn it in. Give it a minute to load. Really try. Then you are going to share. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a Flipgrid. And I tried to embed this, and I really, really hope it works. Let me know if you don't see this, though, and I will email out the codes. I'll put the codes in here as well. So if you want to just download Flipgrid on your phone, and you guys, I'm not the Flipgrid expert, but I think that you should just be able to download it and then put this code in that you see right here, and then you should be able to do it on your phone, which I think would be easier than doing it on the laptop. But I think you could do it on the laptop as well, as long as there's a webcam, because I did it on the laptop, so you can. But try to make sure that you put it in your actual block. So I have it A block. This is period 4 and 5, B block. And then period 7 and 8, C block. So make sure you do pick the right one. And I'd like you to record at least a few paragraphs of your writing that was your ending to the elevator. I know the elevator kind of had a spooky vibe. Just a reminder that your schoolwork should always be school appropriate. And if for some reason there's a part in there that you think is maybe a little bit PG-13, just don't read it. Just don't read it. Just keep that to yourself. We want to turn in school appropriate work. And, what you do in your free time is what you do in your free time, but what you turn in for other people to view needs to be 100% clean. If it's not, you will not get a good grade. So, edit. And then the last thing today, I think most of you will have extra time since a lot of you finished your stories or were really close. So do some independent reading. A lot of you told me and shared with me what books you're reading, and that's really exciting. And I really would like you to keep that up. And, you can get cozy at home, make a cup of tea, go to your favorite chair, and read for 20 minutes today. If you feel overwhelmed with work, you could choose not to do that. But if you did finish your story, then spend some time independent reading and building up your literacy skills. So just a reminder of all the things you need to turn in today: mentor sentence starter on Kiddom, story ending on Teams, and then sharing the story, reading it out loud on Flipgrid. And guys, if you want to put an emoji over your face on Flipgrid, I don't care. That's fine if you don't want to show your face as you're reading it. But you do need to record you reading it. All right. Well, that is all I have for today. Goodbye.